Hey, Daniela here, and welcome to a new episode of Spa Marketing School. This is a fun new series brought to you by Atto Aesthetics, where we are sharing bite-sized bits of information in 15 minutes or less to help your spa be more profitable. And today we're actually starting a new series within Spa Marketing School that's all around KPIs. Now, KPI is a fancy word. It means key performance indicators. It's a fancy word for a metric. It's something that we're actually measuring or tracking in your business, in your practice, in your spa to show us the health of the business based on data. And today, specifically, we are talking about your retail to service percentage. So, what is retail to service percentage? Let's say that you have a provider that does $1,000 worth of services in a day. And I'm going to use nice clean numbers for easy math. Okay. So this provider A, does $1,000 worth of services in a day. They sell $300 worth of retail. Their retail to service, you're going to divide the numbers. Their retail to service percentage is going to be 30%. So what I typically recommend that practices are doing is that they track per provider, what is the retail service percentage for every single provider, and also overall for your practice as a whole. Okay. So that's something that you want to understand. Do I have one provider that's doing phenomenal with retail and another one that's really struggling? Maybe if I see that data and see it really clearly, I can partner those two together. I can have my high performing retail sales provider really kind of mentoring my other staff members. We're looking again at provider and then also the entire practice. So let's talk about where you should be. What are the metrics? And this is also, I would take both of these with a grain of salt because it's going to depend on your specialty. For example, if you're focusing on medically assisted weight loss and hormones, you're probably not going to sell as much skincare as a practice that was focusing on anti-aging and energy-based device services, or even a day spa for that matter. Okay. So take all of that into consideration. So when we are looking at the kind of industry benchmarks, we're going to divide them between medical aesthetics and day spas. Okay. Those are two important distinctions. And within medical aesthetics, there's your traditional derm offices, plastics offices. That's kind of where I grew up, where there's maybe you're doing medical and cosmetic in one place. You've got a physician or multiple physicians on staff, multiple providers. If you are a big operation like that, you're going to be doing phenomenal if you're hitting a 30% retail to service percentage. If you're med spa light, that's what I like to categorize as, maybe you're a nurse who you're doing injections and you have one or two providers. You're not carrying all of these energy-based devices, your injections, microneedling, some peels, things like that. You don't have these big, giant overhead costs. I want you, if you're med spa light, to be closer to 50% retail to service. If you're day spa, 50%. Okay. Now, these are benchmarks. These are kind of our goals. I have seen medical practices, big operations, be way higher than 50%. So it is possible. You just have to look at, is that our focus? And do we have systems in place to ensure that our patients that are not coming in on a monthly basis, that we still have outreach to them and they're continuing to purchase their products from us, even if they're only coming in on a quarterly basis. Okay. So that can be really where a lot of the money comes in, is getting these patients and clients to purchase on repeat, even if they're not coming in every single month. Okay. So when you go through and you calculate your retail to service percentage, and this is something that your booking software should do for you, there should be somewhere that it's tracking these particular metrics. Look at where you're at. You might be at like a 10%. That's okay. What I want you to do is look at where your top provider is, the person that is doing the most. That might be you. It might be one of your estheticians. It might be one of your nurses. Figure out where that top person is and add 5%. And our goal, our first initial goal, is going to be to get to that new baseline. So if you're at 10% and you want to get, the goal is to get to 15%, you're going to put attention and focus on how am I recommending products to all of our patients that come in? Am I following up with people that have not been in for a certain period of time? Do we have any type of email automation? Do we have the ability to purchase products online if the products that you're selling allows for that? If not, are you calling those patients and telling them that you can ship products out to them? So really look at what are the different pieces in this journey. How are we not letting patients kind of fall through the cracks and go and buy something else? We want to make sure that we're having those touch points again, even if they're not coming in to see us on a monthly basis. So just go in increments of 5. Okay. If you're day spa, huge opportunity for skincare here. And I find actually that estheticians, I love my nurses, but estheticians tend to be far better in general at selling retail. They tend to be obsessed with the ingredients. They tend to be trying out all of the products and playing with all of the products. So if you are a day spa and you've got a team of estheticians who are obsessed with skincare, we want to see those numbers go up and up and up. All right. And the best way after nearly 20 years in this industry that I have seen is selling through education. Okay. People are coming to us, our patients, our clients are coming to us to learn more about how they can address, what can they do to make sure that their skin is cared for, that they're protecting it from all the things in our environment, the sun, like whatever they need to do to make sure that they can look their best and maintain a healthy skin. Super important there. So really focus on selling through education and continual touch points. It will make such a big difference. All right. So action item for you today. I want you to go out and look up what your retail to service percentage is for your spa. You're going to have months where they kind of ebb and flow. So look it up for each individual month for the past 12 months. Also look for your entire practice, what the average has been over the course of the past 12 months, and then make a plan how you can incrementally increase it by 5 percentage points every single quarter. All right. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again next week.